Tonight, a statue in East London of a slave owner will be taken down. Good evening. For more than 200 years, the statue of slave trader Robert Milligan has stood tall in the capital. It is now being removed after the mayor, Sadiq Khan, said all statues linked with slavery should be taken down. The decision was made after a week of anti-racism protests following the death of George Floyd in America. His funeral in Texas began an hour ago. At the same time, protesters gathered in Westminster. More on that in a moment. First, our political correspondent, Simon Harris, on London's uncomfortable relationship with parts of its history. Well, during the weekend's largely peaceful protests, a policewoman fell from a spooked horse after scuffles with demonstrators. Jessie Muwatu was trampled by the horse after the officer had fallen. She was left injured and traumatised. She now wants an apology from the Met Police as well as compensation for her injuries. She spoke to Katie Barnfield. Today's figures show that 17 people have died from coronavirus in the capital in the last 24 hours. While it is promising the numbers are falling, the toll this virus has taken on Londoners cannot be underestimated. Darren Moore knows he is incredibly lucky. He spent 39 days in an induced coma after contracting COVID-19 in March. His wife Lisa was told by doctors he might not recover. Remarkably, he was welcomed home in style by his family and neighbours, as our senior correspondent Ron K. Phillips reports. London Zoo has warned it faces permanent closure if the government doesn't allow it to open soon. The zoo say they are reliant on income from visitors to care for the animals. Well, Sally Williams. Now, as well as the physical effects of coronavirus, there is increasing concern about the effects of the lockdown on the mental health of young people. According to a survey by the Prince. Now, non-essential shops have been closed in London since March the 23rd. At the daily press conference earlier, Business Secretary Alex Sharma confirmed that shops can reopen from Monday, but with strict social distancing rules. That may work where there is space to queue outside. But what about indoor shopping centres? Well, Martin Stew reports. OK, Sally is back now with the weather, and it's a mixed forecast. Finally this evening, to the careers changed by coronavirus. Alex Beachy is a sprinter who did have Tokyo 2020 in his sights, but he's also a qualified physiotherapist. Well, he's now volunteering at a hospice in Watford. Likewise, health club worker Ellie Williamson has a whole new clientele. She's making sure frontline medical staff get essential food parcels. Antoine Allen spoke to them both about helping others. That is it for now. I will be back with the latest after ITV News at 10. Coming up, Mary with the ITV Evening News, but from me and the rest of the London team, bye-bye.